So then they ask her, what's your dating situation, Hood? Are you out there dating? I can't speak about my relationships outside the villa. Legal reasons. It's Netflix.
She just wanted to say it's Netflix.
That's all she wanted to say. I'm going to start saying that from now on.
Same.
I can't, for legal reasons, it's Netflix.
For full pregnant. For legal reasons, I can't speak about my relationship.
Girl, we already saw you on the red carpet. We all know exactly who you're dating.
Right. You're dating literally one of the easiest men alive.
Alive!
Recording, everybody. Hello.
What up, what up?
Welcome to Two Black Girls, One Rose.
Where together we'll uncover what we can learn about modern dating, love, and relationships from popular television. I'm Natasha.
And I'm Justine.
And my girls, Nicolandria, Shelly, and the good sir Andy Cohen said what you're not going to do, Huda, is skirt away from this accountability.
Okay.
Ooh, I felt so satisfied, honestly.
Same. Even Netflix. Netflix changed their Twitter bio. They said, don't at us. I have no idea what she's talking about.
They did.
Because that's true.
Keep my name out your mouth.
Out your mouth. Because that's true. She was wandering around with this guy. They went to premiere parties together. There's no way.
Carpet. What are you talking about? I'm not allowed to by legal reasons. Under what legal contract do you have with Netflix? What are you talking about?
And by the time this aired, obviously, Perfect Match is over.
It's already over. So what do you talk like? Ugh. I don't even want to talk about how summer is winding down.
I know. Natasha and I are finally building out our own dedicated studio space. This is a long time coming, and of course Wayfair was our one-stop shop for a lot of the items in our studio. We wanted a vibe that was crazy, sexy, cool, elevated, and stylish, exactly what our community deserves.
Head to wayfair.com right now to shop all things home. That's WAYFAIR.com. Wayfair, every style, every home. Can I just start with something? Because I just need to go off real quick.
Please. Oh, yes, tell it.
Huda is a horrible person.
Yeah.
Just point blank period. Mm-hmm. She's a horrible person. The fact that Nicolandria told her about the George Floyd post, the fact that Nicolandria even saw that post, I haven't even seen that post. I just keep hearing about it. Yeah. The fact that she had to see that with her own eyes. She told Huda about that post. So she told Huda about the level of severity of the racism that she was receiving online. And the fact that Huda promised her that she would put up a post addressing her fans, and then she didn't.
And
she had claimed
that she got racism too.
And then she got racism too. And she had no good reason to explain why.
No, she just said she didn't know what to say.
She didn't know what to say. I was going through so much.
GPT, girl.
And figure that shit fucking out.
Oh my God.
She's a horrible person. She's a person who lacks morals, ethics, empathy. She's what you call a low vibration human. And I too would unfollow her ass on Instagram. As petty and as minder as that seems, I too don't even want those teeny tiny rotted vibes anywhere near me. She is a low down dirty person, and her performance last night was absolutely validating to that point.
Yeah.
Horrible.
It was bad. And it wasn't even just that. That was bad, and I thought it made production look really bad too. The rest of her apologies, also garbage.
Trash.
Really bad.
No.
Really bad.
She came in there with the agenda to not take accountability, to say that, I've learned a lot, I've grown a lot, and we're all moving past it. You can say you're moving past it, but everybody here has questions for you.
Every last one of them, particularly Andrew Cohen.
Particularly Mr. Andrew Cohen. Oh my God. And I love that Andy left no stone unturned. He set up Huda multiple times to look like a two-faced, disingenuous bitch. Like, he would circle back. So what do you mean about that? Exactly. Oh my God, we needed his presence there, and he made sure he was on the same agenda as Shelly and Nicolandria. They came in to make sure she was going to be aired the fuck out.
Yes.
I was also very proud of Nicolandria specifically because she came prepared with the appropriate buzzword, which is racism. Say that shit specifically. And she said it multiple times specifically. And she spoke so clearly, you weren't going to mince her words. I wasn't bullied online. I wasn't just dealing with internet hate. I was dealing with racism by your fans. And when you continue to say that you were bullied in the house and insinuate essentially that was me and Shelly, you were playing into the continued racism that we were facing. I loved that she just knew what she needed to do on that stage, that moment.
Yeah.
Very proud of her.
Because I think people, non-Black people, will avoid being called racist as much as they will avoid the word racism.
Right.
Like they'll skirt around and say hate, bully, and all the rest of these other words, but they will not confront the fact that what they are doing is racist. And all Nicolandria did when she used the word racism continuously is made Huda and the rest of her little hood rats look racist.
Exactly. That was so important for her to do. And she came prepared for that. And I'm very proud of her in that moment because you could like Shelly, look at the Shelly. She was doing her best as well. She had so much different beef with Huda, many different. So she's kind of like, all over the place. But Nicolandria was so clear with her words. She seemed so, I was just so proud of this well-spoken, educated Black girl. She came, she knew exactly what she needed to do. She knew exactly the corner that she needed to put Huda in. And she did not let her get away with it. And I was just proud little auntie or whatever the hell I am. I don't even know. I was so happy though.
No, she's not that much. She's 20. She's not that much older.
Yeah. Oh my God. So yeah, those are my thoughts. Sorry, I just kind of went off. Do you have any other initial thoughts of this episode?
I do the match up with yours. I think the winners of the reunion, as you said, Shelly, Nicolandria, and Andrew Cohen.
Yep.
The losers of the reunion, Huda, production, and Amaya.
Amaya lost, yo.
We're getting to the fashion recap in a second, but god damn. Oh my God. And then just how she looked. Being on Huda's side.
Just not reading the room. She's not reading what's happening here, girl. What are you doing?
Nope. Then bizarre. Brian's sitting there lying.
lying through his teeth, yo. He looks so awkward. My God.
But then I say production because there were some real mishaps with Nicolandria and Huda last night that I thought were production's fault. Andy's face when Nicolandria said, "My face was on George Floyd's body," was that of shock. Why? Why? If you knew, which I know you knew, why didn't you bring that up? Why didn't somebody brief Andy and say, this is the level of racism we're dealing with these two Black women? Right. And production, why did you let Ariana get away with saying hate and not racism at the end of that statement? Hated that. Hate that for us. Very Bachelor franchise. And then my last question for production, if last year that two Black women and another brown woman who advocated for those Black women carried your show to the ultimate pinnacle of fame last season, don't you think you owe these other 3 cast members who were obviously cast to be the same exact friendship circle that you cast deliberately a firm statement against racism? You don't owe them that?
Yeah.
For what Serena and Janae did, they never said racism.
It is giving Bachelor.
It gives
so unfortunate.
Yes. It really looked bad, I thought. On production.
Not surprising though, because of how Ulyssa and Sierra, they plucked them out the house, boop, moved on, next day in the villa. So they already had 2 instances where they could have, addressed the, Love Island Nation, and they didn't. Yeah. So that was already their stance that they're not going to do anything.
Right. Yeah. But I just thought at the end of this and even the backlash afterwards, and I thought about how these Black women are carrying this entire show. If Shelly and Nicolandria wasn't there, I wouldn't be watching this.
Yeah, truly.
I would not watch this.
Yeah.
If Nick was with Sierra, it wouldn't be no Nikki era. There would be none of this. Okay? There would be none of this level of fame.
True.
You owe these girls at least a statement at the end of the episode.
Yeah.
Saying that you stand against racism at the very least, but you can't even do that. Oh, I thought that was so pathetic on production's part.
Yeah. I don't understand why they don't.
Me either.
We watch this. We watch them move like this in Bachelor Nation all the time. I don't understand. How does that, because they care about money. This impacts the bottom line in some way?
I think it does, because so many people in this country are racist. And if you call them that, then they'll be really upset.
Upset by it.
Yeah.
So I guess it's just what it is. Like, we can't expect anything then. If
we can still call it out.
We can call it out.
Call it out every time, you know.
Right. But we can't expect any different. This is just how it is.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I can. I still can. I will still expect different, because these Black women changed the whole trajectory of Peacock. Like, please.
Yeah.
So I still will. I'll still expect it.
Yeah.
If you don't show up, that's on you, but I still expect it.
Yeah, I think it is important to call it out still. It's just so unfortunate. Like, we've dealt with this in Bachelor Nation for 17,000 years, and like they still at the point of like barely even calling it out. Yeah. I have zero expectations for them at this point. I mean, and then Love Island this season was heavy with the racist cast members, and they didn't do shit. So yeah, we should expect better. I agree, but the bar is low, super low. Oh my God. Anyways, lots to discuss, obviously. We will definitely get into it. But first, on our pre-show, we are going to do a little fashion recap. I'm going to talk through these fits, the men and the women. Some interesting looks. Some I liked, some I vehemently hated. Yeah.
These aren't housewives, you know what I'm saying?
I know.
They don't show up to work the same way the other girls do.
I know. So we'll get into it. If you want to listen to our pre-show fashion breakdown of the reunion looks, if you want to watch us on video, if you want to listen to this episode without ads, if you want to join us for Two Black Girls Watch Couples Therapy Season 2, join me, Justine, and Dr. Orna on the couch every Monday. Head to patreon.com/2blackgirls1rose. You can try the 7-day free trial as well. And shout out to the Rose Garden. Love you. Love you guys. All right, let's get into this recap.
Let's do it.
So they literally brought back everybody. Like, literally everybody here. Everybody's here except for Sierra and Ulissa. Everybody is here, right?
Yeah.
I don't know why everybody needed to be here.
Not everybody needs to be held accountable for everything.
Like, why was JD there? Why was Alon there?
I don't know.
Every single person from Casa. Why were they there? Like, just feel like so many random people there.
Why was that father there? That guy?
Yeah, whatever his name is.
Whoever that is.
So anyways, the first segment, they had the four final couples, Amaya, Brian, Iris, and Pepe, both freshly broken up as of reunion morning. So it was just ridiculous watching them on stage.
It was weird. Yeah.
It was weird. Chris and Huda sitting separately. And then our one golden couple, Nicolandria.
Love it.
How ridiculous, the haters, the deniers. How ridiculous do y'all feel now?
We have a review on Apple Podcasts.
Yes.
Denying the existence of this couple. Could you imagine?
Calling us delusional. The only real couple of the final four are sitting there on stage. Like, oh my God. So they recap the season, all the four couples. They turn to Amaya and Brian. Amaya and Brian are winning couple.
Yep.
How's it going?
Fresh off a cheating scandal, Andy. How are you?
And Brian just looks so uncomfortable and nervous, and like he had talking points prepared. He came quick with that. My mom cried. She shed a tear.
Yep.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
But they turn to him. They ask him about the cheating scandal. The allegations, because we saw the videos of him on TikTok at the club, giving girls shots and stuff like that.
Yes.
And his leg was shaking.
Ooh-wee.
He said, I had a lapse in judgment. Which Andy had to clarify, what do you mean by lapse in judgment? Because that made it sound worse. He made himself sound worse.
He sounded like, he did more in the video than was in the video.
Right. So Andy helped him out by saying, explain lapse in judgment. And he said it was just like pouring shots into girls' mouths, things like that.
He used to be a bartender.
Some shit. I don't know what that's doing. Anything.
Me either.
And then Amaya, her giggling was just weird. She was like giggling through the whole thing. Oh my God.
She was really awkward through it, right?
Really weird. And then she talked and talked and talked and tried to explain, his, how she feels and what he did. And first of all, the question was for Brian. Let Brian stand out there and say what he needs to say.
Right.
And clear this all up.
Your boyfriend, right?
It's supposed to be your boyfriend. Mm-hmm. Let's see him stand right by you and say the right thing. Mm-hmm. But she just kind of like took over with the giggling and the talking and the giggling. And it was just, their whole performance just looked like a performance.
It looked like they had not debriefed the night before.
Yeah.
Neither one of them knew what they were going to do when they got up there.
I don't think so.
It was really bad.
It was bad. He seemed very unprepared for having to answer to the cheating allegations. I don't think he knew that question was coming.
You don't?
I don't know. To say lapse in judgment, why the fuck would you say that?
I think that's like the best he got. I think they're just like, they both are just absorbing the fame so much. They're so into it. Mm-hmm. They are another one like just out here taking pictures all the time, selfies all the time. Mm-hmm. They're not gonna do something like prepare for a reunion.
Oh God.
And like prepare for a question like this.
Like that. That's foolish. Pepe and Iris, whatever. They're dating or whatever they said.
Yeah, I don't know what that means.
Chris and Huda. So how are you two doing?
Oh my God.
Huda says, "Oh, we're fine." Chris says, "Weird."
Oh, yeah. This is weird for me.
Weird.
That was the beginning of her getting called the fuck out.
Called the fuck out because she came with the agenda of just saying everything's fine. I've moved on. It's been 2 months now. I'm a different
person.
Right.
I've done self-reflection.
I'm glad you feel that way. Everybody else feels a type of way.
Right.
So you're about to find out. So Chris says his mom is happy about how things played out.
Yeah.
Oof. Andy presses Huda specifically about her comments in the press about Chris.
Yeah.
Saying he had a wandering eye. We saw the interview where she talked about him in bed.
Only halfway in, blah, blah, blah.
Like,
blah.
Disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
And, she just chalks it up to, we just weren't meant to be. Never answering the direct question, just saying these like niceties.
Yeah, we're just not a good match. Some people aren't a good match, Andy.
Mm-hmm. I'm a healed woman now. I'm just putting it all behind me. I'm turning a new leaf.
Yeah. Well, he's in front of you.
Right.
So you got to answer to him.
What you got to say?
Ace busting out laughing in the back was absolutely hysterical.
Because Chris's face every time was like, this girl's crazy. Like she's really trying to skirt away.
She's crazy. Yeah.
So Chris said, I have no respect for how she treated me in the press. Mm-hmm. I have no intentions of being her friend. Mm-hmm. I don't like how she handled herself in interviews. Mm-hmm. And she had a whole month to reach out to me and apologize. And instead, she waited to 2 days before the reunion to reach out to me. And I don't respect that either.
Nope.
Loved it.
Yeah, it was really, really good. Really, really good.
It was.
And then Huda followed up with so many I statements.
I just hated seeing the hate he was getting.
If there's anything I want to apologize for, then I want to apologize for it. So you don't know what you did. Mm-mm. You don't know you coerced him into... But like, you don't know that? You don't know that you called him, say that he had weak dick on one of the biggest female platforms in media?
In media. And it was just that was just an unnecessary comment to make.
Yeah.
And you're also talking about yourself. You're reminding everybody you had sex with him. Like, I would never want to talk about that again. You brought that up in your own interview on the biggest female podcaster on the planet. Why did you do that? That
was bad.
So bad. So Chris said what he had to say.
Yeah.
And she was just like, all right. So then they ask her, what's your dating situation, Hood? Are you out there dating? I can't speak about my relationships outside the villa. Legal reasons. It's Netflix.
She just wanted to say it's Netflix.
That's all she wanted to say. I'm going to start saying that from now on.
Same.
I can't, for legal reasons, it's Netflix.
For full pregnant. For legal reasons, I can't speak about my relationship.
Yeah, it's Netflix.
It's Netflix.
She just wanted to drop that little nugget. Girl, we already saw you on the red carpet. We all know exactly who you're dating.
Right.
What?
You're dating literally one of the easiest men alive. It doesn't matter that he's on Netflix. That doesn't have anything to do with anything.
That has nothing to do with it. And just like she wanted to make herself sound so important.
Yeah.
Like, if I cannot speak on my relationship. I'm now that I'm in that echelon of
yes,
humanity
aware.
now.
The legal team has reached out to me.
Right. And I cannot speak on.
So sorry.
She watched too much TV.
Yeah,
That was so stupid. She seemed like she just freshly watched a couple of Housewives.
Yes,
reunions herself and came with this bullshit. I can't even. She's so stupid. So dumb. Such a self-important moment. Everybody was like
when we saw you.
We saw you on the red carpet.
That's why we're asking you this question, because we saw you with this man on a red carpet. What? But Netflix told you all of a sudden to not.
Foolish. I just can't.
God.
I don't even want to talk about how summer is winding down.
I know.
I will say, though, the one benefit is being less busy and here and there and finally getting to some home projects.
Yes, Natasha and I are finally building out our own dedicated studio space. This is a long time coming, and of course, Wayfair was our one-stop shop for a lot of the items in our studio. We wanted a vibe that was crazy, sexy, cool, elevated, and stylish, exactly what our community deserves.
From Wayfair, we recently got this gold forged iron glass top end table. It has a marble base to it, super pretty. For on top of the table, I got this Gracie Lee metal table lamp that I'd been eyeing for a minute for my own house. And it's got a really cool retro charm to it. I love the gold base and the pink glass shade.
Can't forget our velvet room darkening curtains, essential for a studio. Matches our beautiful velvet couch as well.
We also got some boring stuff like a TV mount from Wayfair. Totally didn't realize they had electrical equipment and at a very reasonable price as well. And of course, with Wayfair, everything was delivered super fast, hassle-free. Cannot wait for you guys to see the new studio.
Yes. Wayfair is where it's at, you guys. There's something for every style and every home, no matter your space or your budget.
Get organized, refreshed, and back to routine for way less. Head to wayfair.com right now to shop all things home. That's WAYFAIR.com. Wayfair, every style, every home. Nicolandria, we talked to them a little bit, what's their relationship status. So Nick said, people expect us to have a label by now, but we are still
The
dating.
people is me. I am people.
I am people, yeah. we would like to know.
Yes.
But he said, we're not trying to let outside pressure dictate. We're dating, we're going on dates, we're going on trips, we want to do skydiving, we're like knocking through our list. And that's fair. That's fair, I think. You don't think so?
No.
You don't think so?
Because I'm me, so I don't think so. No, I don't. But
okay,
it is fair because they've only known each other 2 months or something, right?
And they last few days of the villas when they started exploring each other.
Right,
so it's
right.
really not been that long.
Right.
And they're thrown into this whirlwind of this press and they're this couple, Nicolandria, and it's like, we're still two human individuals.
Yeah.
Living in separate cities still.
Yes, they were still trying to figure out moving to LA, doing the whole thing. Yeah.
We like each other, we're spending time together, but chill out.
Yeah.
Neither Nick nor Olandria have spoken to Sierra.
Which is great.
Nick said he has no plans to either.
Yeah.
And called out specifically her post, the Grease post.
The Grease post.
That she made. And he said it felt like she was prioritizing attention versus prioritizing even seeming to care about wanting to fix anything.
Right.
If there was anything to fix. So
Right.
That was my answer. I don't need to talk to her. She doesn't care.
Yeah. Right.
And then Andy, messy ass Andy.
This was a lot. This was a lot. This was a little Mona Scott Young, right? This was
Andy, you're so messy.
I know.
Alandria, was the journey worth the wait? The journey.
And he does this with men too. He's like, "How big is his dick?" Like he'll
do this to he don't care. Just to absolutely anybody. Yeah. And Alandria needs to answer. She answered. She didn't need to.
Yeah, she didn't. She didn't have to answer.
She didn't. But she did say yes, it was worth the wait.
That's so fabulous.
Show us the tape.
I will pay so much money. So much money.
Give me the proof. You claim that it was worth the wait. I need to know though. I need verification. I will pay.
Because I see the veins in his hand and I need to know exactly what's going on here. I must know what's happening.
I need to know.
Is it brown? I need to know the cut. I have to know. I just can't live like this. this.
I can't. Anyways.
We'll see how far YouTube goes with that.
I know. Oh, God. Next little segment, they had Taylor and Clark come out. Ace and Shelly come out.
Yeah. Sorry.
Andy talks about the closed off curse. Shelly said, quote, they, meaning America, missed the plot of what Love Island is supposed to be about.
Totally agree.
Shelly, y'all designed this plot. So
They
you can't
did
tell
design
America
the plot.
that we missed the plot.
No, they did. But also, I just think a lot of it is Huda and Amaya fans voting individually.
For sure. Yeah. I'll get
right?
That. Yeah.
You know, that was real bad. And Ace pointed that out.
Yeah. That is true. Amaya and Brian won because the world loved Amaya. Amaya and Brian.
Mm-hmm.
Huda made it as far as she did because her fans are crazy and they love Huda. They don't love Huda and Chris. Chris and Huda were broken up by the end. Like, it was ridiculous that they were even there.
Yep.
So I will agree with that. Yep. Taylor, were you really torn between Nicolandria and Clark? Yeah, you know, I was.
At least he didn't drag Clark off the stage or do anything fucking crazy.
Like he's mush her ass and kick her while she's down. Like,
Jesus Christ. Oh my God.
Horrible.
He's the
I
worst.
do appreciate Nicolandria getting her moment to say that she's like not buying what Taylor's saying, that he was so torn.
Yeah.
And her saying, I was looking like this girl chasing this guy.
Yeah.
Who didn't find me desirable, when truly 3 days in, he said he wasn't attracted. I did not know that.
Right.
Also, I'm thinking he respected my wishes of wanting to be a slow burn.
Mm-hmm.
I just didn't know he wasn't into me.
Exactly. And he just continued because why? Because why, Taylor? Because why?
Why, Taylor?
Which we didn't get to.
We did
my question for Taylor.
So I did at least appreciate that Nicolandria could step in and kind of air her shit out as to like why she felt so wronged.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
And then they kind of make Taylor try to apologize to her. You know,
my God.
You're my dog. You're still my dog.
You're my dog. Why was I ever your dog?
Your dog? This is the whole point. This is exactly what we're talking about right now. Right. It's the whole point. Like, we're not here to be each other's dogs. Like,
right. Yeah.
I cannot stand Taylor.
I hate him. I really hate him. I attempted to watch that Nick Cannon podcast interview.
Oh, I saw it.
Whoa!
I can't do it. I can't.
Oh,
I can't do God. Nick Cannon, first of all.
That's number
and then Taylor, no.
one. And then Taylor just being there was just like murdering the vibes. But it was really interesting to watch Nick Cannon and Nick. That was an interesting dynamic because this was a white man who's unabashedly attracted to a black woman, and then a black man who has had a lot of contention with black women over the years because of his choice of family that he's had, right? Every woman that he's had a child with has been like a biracial or white woman.
Nick Cannon.
And as you know, there's been at least 12 of them. And then he claims that he wants to like further the black family. There's like all kinds of like really misleading things. And so watching that man who's so insecure about black women talk to a white man who's so secure in his relationship with a black woman was fascinating to watch.
Interesting. Huh.
And scary. But otherwise, there was nothing there. I promised I would report, and there was nothing there. So.
There was nothing there. All right. So yeah, that was that little segment. Nothing really. I just never want to see Taylor ever again.
Yeah, I'm really over it.
And even when they like put him on the spot, he just like, he's such a child.
Yeah, because he talks
such
like
a kid.
He has marbles in his mouth, right?
He talks like his marbles. He like hunches down. He doesn't know how to project his voice.
He looks around. He'll start looking around. Mm-hmm.
And he just seems so immature and I can't
yeah. And I didn't realize it until he left the villa.
Really?
Like this level of immature that he would like, and no level of accountability and just immaturity that he had. I had no idea. Ace is way more mature than him.
Way more mature.
He's 22.
Right. And he could piece his words together and speak up for himself when he needs to. Taylor, Jesus. Anyways, next segment, they bring out all the Casa Amor folks, Austin, TJ, and Trina, different bombshells, all of that.
Hold on. Can we just talk about really, really fast? Ace and Shelly are exclusive, but not official. I really am bothered by that.
Exclusive, but not official. That's that in-between thing. See?
It's not a
thing.
They're
making this shit up. They're seeing each other exclusively.
Yep.
But they're not giving each other labels.
Right.
So what does that mean, though, to be exclusive? They could still see other people? No, we're exclusive.
No, exclusive.
But you're not my boyfriend. Why not?
Why not?
So what does that mean? What can I do or not do?
And then what do I call you?
Right. I don't even know.
I hate it. I hate it.
Shut up.
And that would be his first girlfriend, he said. It would be Shelly.
Oh, he did say that. Yeah. Drop down in the comments, please. If you are between the age of 22 and 27 like these two.
Yes, right.
What the hell is being exclusive but not labeled mean?
And what do? Do you deactivate the apps? Do you keep scrolling and looking around, seeing what's on the table, out there, window shopping, if you will?
Right. But you're exclusive. You're exclusively dating each other, so you shouldn't be looking around.
And yes, right. And in that time period, what are you doing? You can't ask him to be your boyfriend, right?
Right. You're not.
He
labeled.
has to still ask you to be his girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
That's what Ace said, that he's like preparing something, for this.
Whatever for her.
Which is totally centering himself. But anyway. Like, I hate this. So she just has to sit there and be like, yeah, we're exclusive. I'm in love. My man.
I don't get it. Please drop in the comments. Help us make sense of this. Okay, so then they get into it with Coco.
She wasn't ready for this.
She was not ready for the smoke. Ooh. So Coco in an interview, Coco was doing an interview. She was on live. She was just talking cash shit about Nicolandria specifically.
Oh my God.
So, and Shelly. So they called out in an interview, Coco, you said some of the girls were standoffish. And she names Nicolandria. And Nicolandria defends herself. She was like, I was just dumped from the villa. I come back. There's new girls. Taylor is booed up with somebody new. Like, right. I was going through a lot. So I should get a little bit of empathy for that. Then they call out, or Nicolandria calls out Coco on these interviews, basically playing into the Nicolandria was delusional narrative.
Yes, right.
And said in this interview how Nicolandria was walking around saying, my man, my man, my man. And was just like so crazy over her,
over Taylor.
Right. And Coco was like, well, I'm never meant to be shady with that comment. That's a shady ass comment, though.
And it wasn't a comment. It was a conversation.
It was a conversation. That's true.
Like,
That's
you got
true.
swept up in a conversation with these two bitches who, as Nicolandria said, watched the show. You were in the show.
You were in the show.
That's why you're on this podcast. So for you to not give any sort of insight into how it was looking on your end, and you thought she was delusional too, and now we know that she wasn't delusional, and that Taylor was the one just trying to stay in the house, is so nasty.
It was so nasty. And also just say that you didn't see everything. Like, because to be fair, Nicolandria was calling Taylor her man. She was absolutely saying that. She took those pictures. She was. To some extent, she did look delusional.
Right.
But
right.
Coco, you didn't know the full picture of things. You didn't know. Actually, did she? Because she came into the show.
Watched the show.
She watched the show. So she knew. She knew that Taylor said day 3, or she should have, or assuming she watched the show.
Right.
That Taylor said day 3, I'm not attracted to her. And so you knew that Lynch didn't have the full information and was, of course, out here saying this is my man because he was treating her like she was his woman.
That would be such a gag. That's if crazy. She went on this podcast, Coco and or Clark went on this podcast and was like, I went after Taylor because he wasn't attracted to Nicolandria. Right. And I knew I could stay in the house.
Right.
That would have been way better of an answer than like, yeah, guys, she's delusional. Can you believe it? And she's like on the cover of Teen Vogue next month. Now you just look so stupid. Look stupid. No, I forgot about that.
So now you just look terrible, Coco. Yeah. That probably is the reason why she came in and went for Taylor.
Absolutely,
because she thought she had a leg in. Because you watched the goddamn show. So how are you now on these podcasts talking about this girl so delusional? She's talking about my man, and then also trying to say here that it wasn't a shady comment. What are you talking about? And she was fighting that. She was to the death. She was declaring that was not shady. I'm here for the brown skinned girls and this, that, and third.
Clearly not. What? Clearly not. And Clark ain't here for you neither. Clark didn't say shit. Okay, your fellow Casa girl didn't say nothing.
So Landry's just mad, like, why not speak to my true character, who you got to see me as, rather than talking negatively about me on these podcasts and playing into this delusional narrative. Like, Shelly also called out she was hearting different things.
Yeah, she was hearting all these comments and stuff.
Different comments, hate against Shelly and Nicolandria.
So she can't say I was swept up in the moment. They were talking and I got swept into it. No, afterwards you got online and then you started liking. Yeah.
And then apparently Coco DM'd Nicolandria. Nicolandria said flat out she was not fucking with it because what you're not going to do is try to apologize to me in private.
Yep.
But then when they get on public platforms and talk your shit, we gonna do this shit in public, like in right public. Now here on the reunion. Don't bring up no fucking DM you sent me. I don't give a fuck about that DM. Let's talk about it right now. I hate this. This reminds me of
this too.
Wes and Sierra, same thing. Summer House.
Oh yes,
he's talking so much mess in the press, and then when she approaches him to talk about it, now he don't know what to say.
Now he got to go to the bathroom. Yeah.
Now I got to go off for 30 minutes and have nothing to say.
Oh my god.
You want to talk so much shit in public, but in private you have nothing to say, or vice versa? Like, that doesn't make any sense.
No, it doesn't.
Austin and Jaden, I really don't care about them. Austin
I didn't take a single note.
A doofus, yo.
Austin was a doofus on some kind of drug. He was like losing it, sitting there, wandering in his mind.
Like,
I didn't want to watch him. It made me uncomfortable. I don't know why he was in the front. Like, I don't know why they asked him so many questions.
So bizarre. I cannot. Grayson and Pepe, they kind of get into that a little bit. You know, she wishes Pepe was more honest with her. She spent 2 weeks, she said, in the villa.
That's a lot.
I'd be mad too. 2 weeks she was in the villa and she was laid up under Pepe, only for him in the end to be like, I still love Hannah, or whoever the fuck he loved at the time. Iris, somebody.
And I look at Hannah and I'm looking in the mirror, bro.
Looking in the goddamn mirror.
I can't tell between them two at all.
No. Tell me you're into somebody else or whatever. Right. But he hung on to her because he wanted to stay in the villa, and he did ruin her chance in Love Island. So I get that. They also show the moment of Huda being a punk ass bitch. God, she's the worst, yo. She's actually one of the worst people. Like, she
really is one of the worst people we've ever seen on reality TV.
On TV.
Like, real bad. Especially because her fan base is so large.
So large. But she is just terrible. She's a terrible person. Yeah. Now, they get into Huda, Shelly, Chris. This whole Huda bringing Chris back for both of them thing. Yeah. I'm so tired of talking about this.
Yeah. I don't know why this was an issue.
It doesn't make Shelly look good, ever. It makes Shelly look petty and ungrateful. And I know what Shelly feels. I know what she's feeling. It's just hard for her to convey it. So it only just lands with her looking ungrateful and petty. But Huda's like, I'm bringing Chris back for us. It's for us, you know, but mainly for you.
Right.
And that makes Shelly uncomfortable because Shelly knows somehow it's going to backfire on
her. Yes, exactly. And the only way that we knew that was when they played the clip and Huda said, whatever you say, I'm going to do it anyway.
Exactly.
So she proved herself in the end, which was fabulous.
Yes. Right.
But yeah, I see what you mean. Like, Huda makes it so there's no way that she has any accountability for this because she is so strong in her statements that it was for Shelly.
Yeah. So Shelly it's just always going to end up her looking petty, or like, even when they played back the tape, you see Huda being like, I'm bringing him back for us. Like, it's just not I just hate talking about it because it's not making Shelly look any type of way. So I'm just like, I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah.
We get into Charlie, Hannah, and Pepe.
Yeah.
So I totally forgot So I think they gave us the context before we got into the Hannah vote, because I forgot that they recoupled Hannah. America recoupled Hannah with Pepe.
Yeah.
And then the girls voted Charlie out.
Right.
And that was right after Jeremiah got voted out. So then we started the trend of like, we're just voting out strong couples.
Right.
But America did recouple Hannah with Pepe. America, what I learned America was trifling. America was doing exactly what they ended up doing, what we crucified Ace for, America literally voted for. So.
And what we crucified every group for, right? Like all of them. It was very odd.
Very odd. So anyways, then they dissect the Hannah vote. They show the unseen footage of the girls, Nicolandria, Huda, Sierra, and Shelly talking through their decision. Yeah. And At first, Huda and Alandria were kind of fighting for Hannah to stay because they did see that her and Pepe had a strong connection.
Right.
Shelly was like, I don't know about this instant connection thing.
Yeah.
Hannah just had it with Charlie. Now she has it with Pepe. Like, I don't know if I can trust that.
Right.
And then they all agreed that they loved Amaya. They didn't want Amaya to go anywhere.
Right.
And Iris, they felt like was dealt such a tough hand.
A bad hand. Yeah.
A bad hand. And they didn't say it. And they saved Huda.
Exactly.
And Iris also stood behind and saved Huda.
And
so that would be
what she really did not have to do.
What she did not have to do. So that would be just trash if they then kicked out Iris.
Yeah, right.
So that's essentially how they came down to Hannah. Mm-hmm. Also, the underbelly of she was in a strong couple. So that was it.
Yeah. Yep.
Let's be really real. Next segment, they bring out Jeremiah.
He had a lot to say.
He had a lot to say, and he also came prepared.
Yes, he really did. I thought he was going to have a binder.
He did. Yeah, I saw some TikTok or something.
Yeah, there was something of him going through pages or
papers or whatever. Yeah. But yeah, he came prepared. So he said he wanted to really address this whole like love bombing thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
He flat out said, according to the definition of love bombing, Huda, do you think I love bombed you?
Yep.
And she said, well, yeah, to some capacity.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Then he broke it on down.
I love it. You know why, too? Because he made so much, at least press and commotion. I don't know money-wise. I don't know about this. But he has a book club.
No.
Yes. He has like a private book club where they're reading all kinds of books. Like they romance, self-help, all kinds of stuff. So he said, what you not going to do is tell me I can't read. That's what you're not going to do.
That's what you're not going to do. He broke it all the way down. He said, okay, so you say I love you twice to me in 3 days.
Mm-hmm.
I say to you, sometimes, Huda, I do too much. I can be overbearing. Please let me know if I am.
Right.
And you tell me I'm doing fine.
Right.
So I'm literally asking you if I'm love bombing you, and you tell me I'm doing fine.
That's fine, yeah.
And then at the same time, you're also telling me I'm not doing enough.
Yeah. The pancakes, the whole thing. Yeah.
The whole thing. That was a huge narrative. He wasn't doing enough. He wasn't doing enough. I want little dates and all this, not doing enough.
Yep.
So which is it?
Mm-hmm. And love bombing has intent and manipulation. Do you think I had intent to manipulate you?
Mm-hmm. He came prepared.
Oh, and she said the dumbest thing I've ever heard, which is you could love bomb unintentionally.
Without intent or something like that.
I was like, oh, girl. Oh, no.
So I just love how he broke that down because I remember that was a whole narrative that was happening. I was like, we're not going to call him a love bomber without also calling her a love bomber.
Her one. Yeah, definitely.
Because they were saying I love you to each other. They were doing all this shit to each other. We can't just isolate him and say he's the manipulative one. Like I did not see that.
No.
Jeremiah then turns to Ace, calls out Ace because Ace was another one that was big on the love bombing campaign.
Yeah.
And, he defends, at the end of the day, I liked her too much and I liked her too much too soon.
Right.
And that's really what it was. There's no love bombing happening here. I didn't appreciate you, Ace, calling me a scammer.
Right.
That was another thing that was floating around.
Yeah, which I didn't deny either. When he said like, oh, when we'll win the show.
He is the first person to say that. Yeah.
I was clued into the scamming thing too. And then even after the show, when he's on everybody's Twitch, I was like, okay.
How was that different than... He was the first to say win the money or something like that, win the show. So that stuck out just like a sore thumb because nobody at that point that early on had said anything. But when Ace brought up, well, we were having a conversation as boys about the money and the followers and all of that. I can't believe that Jeremiah was saying anything more in that conversation than these guys were saying.
Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea. Well,
I don't know, but I just feel like you all were having a conversation about followers and money. Everybody there knows what time it is and why they came on Love Island. Stop trying to pretend like you're here for the right reasons. I hate that. I hate when they try to isolate one person as being like a scammer or this and that.
Yeah.
Come on. Yeah. Ace, you do TikTok for a living.
For a living. Yeah. And you're 22. So
yes.
This is a career that you got to sustain for a very long time.
Right.
You got a long way to get. Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
They also call out some podcasts Taylor was on where he said that Jeremiah was possessive of Adriana or Andrina.
We just said we don't listen to him, so sure. That could have happened. I have no idea.
Jeremiah was like, I was just joking. Like, I don't know why y'all take this thing so seriously, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Then we get into Jeremiah's dumping and they replay the tape.
Yeah. Nick is evangelized.
Nick has been vindicated.
Evangelized. Oh my God.
Evangelized.
Jesus Christ. Yeah. Vindicated.
And he teased that there was something, you guys are going to see something at the reunion that's going to make a lot of sense. I didn't know what the hell he was talking about.
Student of reunions. Okay. Is Nicholas Van Steenberg. Okay.
Yes, truly. So we basically see in the tape that Ace and Taylor were pushing to vote Jeremiah out. Nick was pushing for Austin to be voted out. And he said, either way, it's a gamble. But with Jeremiah, he has a connection with Andrina that could be real. So I don't know if we should be voting for that.
Yeah. Austin has no one and has had no one since we got here.
So either way, it's a gamble. But at least Jeremiah has a connection. We should probably vote to keep that.
Right.
But Ace and Taylor were voting Jeremiah. Nick said, all right, I'm outvoted.
Yeah.
And that was that.
Oh my God, I'm so glad they showed that because that makes so much sense. We were all wondering what the hell Austin was still doing here.
What the hell was Austin still doing here?
Whew.
And how all of these guys were on the get Jeremiah out train. Yeah. And really it was kind of just Ace and Taylor. Yeah. So, yeah, they talk a lot about Ace being the ringleader and all of this and that. And they did show America's vote where America did vote for Hannah and Jeremiah. To go home.
Oh my God.
So America's just as trifling as everybody in this villa.
Exactly. Why would they vote for Jeremiah to go home?
I don't know. I don't understand that vote.
I could not wait to watch Jeremiah and Andrina just torture Huda.
Yes.
I
could not wait for that.
Couldn't wait. And then for her to have somebody come in and do something, like have some storyline. But
Huda's fan base was already formed. That's how you could tell.
Ooh.
That's Huda's fan base. That's what it is. Because why? Why would you want to see Jeremiah out the house? Yeah. Even for the sake of just television. Why do we want to see
the show? Him? Yeah.
But that's her fan base saying, no, get Jeremiah out here. Crazy.
These fucking middle schoolers, bro. I thought they were gonna play the tapes of him getting mauled at the Galleria.
God, I know, horrible. Ace randomly went at Amaya for some height bullying video or some shit. What was that? You know what he's talking about?
I do not, and I needed someone to bring out a tape measure.
That is what was missing from this reunion.
I really need somebody to even just ask Shelly, how tall are you?
You.
Like, I just need clarification.
Yeah,
this is really getting to be like, I don't.
Yeah, out of control.
Yeah.
That's so true. Okay, next segment, Hurricane Huda. So they start off this segment by showing a compilation of the weeks and weeks of Huda's abuse in the villa. Her abuse against Jeremiah, her abuse against the other ladies, when Iris came in, how she treated Iris, Amaya, how she got Amaya. Just a compilation of Hurricane Huda, essentially. Yeah. And as they're playing this compilation, in the little box in the bottom, Huda's cracking up.
Queens of comedy. Dying.
Finds this hilarious.
Yeah, it's so funny.
And so they end the tape, and Andy immediately calls out her laughing.
Yep. Because Andy deals with abusive women non-stop.
This is his group right here.
This is his lane. Yep.
That's so true. He deals with Hudas all day long.
All day. They text him all day long.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah, she didn't know. She did not know what she was coming
She had
to.
no idea. These girls are too young, I think. I think Nicolandria and maybe Shelly knew about Housewives, but like
maybe
the rest of these girls are too young. They don't know.
Oh my God. So yeah, he calls her out immediately. He's like, so you find this hilarious?
Yeah.
Like, oh, interesting.
Yeah.
And she's like, well, I'm just, unapologetically myself. I've done so much self-reflection. Looking back, I could like laugh at it now.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, so you've done a month of self-reflection and you're a different person now?
Right. Because that was 6 weeks that we looked at. So
right.
In
of
a month,
ongoing abuse and torture of everybody in the villa.
Everybody.
This is where Andy was so important.
I know. He's so good at that. He's so good at framing. He's really good at framing.
Yes. And framing her.
Yes.
Like you look. So a month of self-reflection, now you're a different person.
Now you're a different
That's
person.
what you're saying?
Right.
Oh my God. So then he calls out, so in press interviews, you said you were isolated and bullied. Now, as a viewer, I didn't understand that.
I love what he said as a viewer. As a viewer is so important because she feels that way in interviews because of her fan base.
Yes.
Who are potentially viewers, right? I'm sure a third of them watched half of the show on their phone.
On TikTok.
And then voted. And TikTok. And voted for her anyways, right?
Yes. Yes.
So I just love that he said, as a viewer, I did not see you getting bullied at all. What are you talking about?
Right. What was the bullying that I missed? Is what
I missed. Because I own this whole stage, okay?
Right.
I was Ariana's boss for years.
So I don't miss. I crossed every I, or crossed every T, dot every I. So what are you saying that I didn't see? Ooh, that was so important. So then she's like, well, I saw some clips and...
I saw some clips of when I was there.
Some clips of when I lived there. She's so crazy to me.
She really thought.
You lived there.
You were there.
You had a lived experience of whether you were bullied and isolated. But you're saying the clips showed you that you felt a different way.
You felt a different way then? Because you said bullied past tense. I felt bullied. Right?
I felt bullied.
So you're saying that you felt bullied after the show, after you watched yourself back? That doesn't even make sense. Oh my God, but she knows that her fan base hasn't finished grammar yet.
Yeah, straight up.
They don't know. They don't know different.
Straight up. And what's so annoying is the same tired clip that she keeps talking about. This old dusty clip that she keeps talking about, that she keeps referring back to where they were bullying her. What's so ironic is in that clip, Alandria, Shelly, and Sierra are discussing the day before when Huda was charging after Iris. When she was on her next bullying rampage against Iris. That's what they were discussing. And then she's working out and she sees them talking. And then she's like, oh my God, they're looking at me or whatever. Or they're talking about me. Or they're like, oh, she thinks we're talking about them. Yes, they were talking about her. But what were they talking about? They were talking about her bullying.
Bullying Iris.
Oh my God. That's the same clip that she keeps holding, like clutching to. Of that's the evidence that she was bullied.
Yeah, because she believes her fan base. Could you imagine not having like more sense than the people who worship you, who are all very clearly underage?
Yeah.
Oh no. Ooh.
Oh my God.
And then Amaya was over there talking about something. That was mean though. Amaya, if you don't sit down somewhere, because she called you a nasty, terrible out your name. She called you all kinds of things.
Amaya looked crazy in that moment. That's true. She did pipe up. She did pipe up in that moment. That was so...
She really
just be quiet. Just don't say anything. Yeah. Just don't say anything in that moment, Amaya. Like, what?
Yeah, let her self-destruct.
Let her self-destruct.
Yeah.
That's it. So, Ariana specifically calls out to Huda, Alandria was a friend to you. Right. You guys were good friends in the villa. And, Huda, I love Alandria. That's my girl.
Of course you do.
Things changed during the stand on business, but, we talked. We've moved on.
Oh my God, she would never say that about anybody else. It's just because she's popular with this white man running around New York. Oh, I can't stand her. Ooh, she's on a clout chasing bitch. Oh, I can't stand her.
So Alandria just breaks it all the way down. Breaks it all the way down. She says, and I just loved how she just gave the play-by-play. She was so clear in the way she spoke. I was so proud of her.
Yes,
oh my
because
God.
You can't say a single thing she said was a lie.
Nope, nothing was out of place.
Nope.
She says, after we got out of the villa, we were still in Fiji. Mm-hmm. I was already getting a lot of hate and racism from her stans. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. We had a conversation. Me, her, and Shelly had a conversation. We talked about how important it would be for Huda to address her fans directly. Mm-hmm. She also said specifically Huda also had the biggest follower count.
Yep.
So she had a huge platform. And we talked about how important it would be for her to put out a message. Mm-hmm. She said she would.
Yeah.
We then get back to LA. Mm-hmm. Days go by.
3 days.
3 days go by. She's posted nothing. And now we hear her on podcasts and doing interviews talking about being bullied.
Yes.
And the insinuation is that we were her bullies, because that was already the narrative that was floating around, was that Shelly and I were bullies.
Right.
So then her doing that added more hate.
Fuel to the fire. Yep. Mm-hmm.
And it fucked me up mentally, particularly because we were close and I could not understand why I wasn't worth a post.
Oh my God. Because too, and we have said this before on this podcast, when people have been like, oh, I don't unfollow them. Oh, I don't know. That's just my friend. Blah, 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 blah. Alandria knows how much a post means to someone like Huda and her fans.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. Yep.
It doesn't mean nearly what it means for Alandria with sense and age and maturity. Right. But it means the world to her fans. Mm-hmm. So she's speaking in a currency that Huda is, right? You know what I mean? That Huda accepts.
Yeah.
And we see now, no, girl, you were scheduling those podcasts, making sure to try to tear me down before I got built up. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And you didn't think that racism was that important. Mm-hmm. And you were afraid to lose anyone. You saw that 5.6 million. You said, all that has to do is grow. I cannot have it go down. Mm-hmm. So I'm not going to post anything. It's not important to me.
Vile. The fact that she agreed.
I know.
She told them she would. And then she just didn't. And then instead went on interviews and continued this narrative of them being bullies. It's so sick.
Yeah.
Horrible.
And then she brought in the girls conversations too. She was like really intentional with all that shit.
Oh, yeah. So Ariana flat out asked her, why didn't you do the post? I was just dealing with so much. I didn't know what to say.
Not enough. Because I know you were at Call Her Daddy's house for minimum 6 hours. Mm-hmm. Talking your shit. I know you were.
Shit. Oh my God. And then that's when Alandria continued to read her down.
Yep.
And said, I just wish you prioritized that moment to address the racism and the bullying that was happening.
Yeah.
Like, I wish that was a priority for you.
Right.
With all that you were dealing with so much.
Right.
I wish that was a priority for you.
Yeah.
And, well, I was facing racism too. Your face was not plastered on George Floyd's body.
That is not the same.
No.
And for you to not acknowledge that is not the same is really, really crazy. She doesn't get it. She thought she was Leah. She thought she was Leah Kateb. She just knew, because Leah got the most followers too out the villa. She was friends with the 2 black girls.
Yeah.
She just knew that she was going to be bigger than Leah.
Oh my God. She's so sick.
She's sick because she did not want her racist fans to leave her. Her racist fans were more important than Alandria. Yeah. If her not being racist in general, like now I have to question you in general now.
Period.
Yeah. You and your black son.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. When I heard Alandria call out the George Floyd post and then tell Huda, and I told you about that. Huda knew that that's the level that was happening online.
Right.
And you couldn't take 2 seconds to get face on camera or even put up a little black text.
Yeah. Something. Or say it on the biggest platforms that you were invited on. Mm-hmm. Just say it.
I can't even expect that out of her because honestly, the bare minimum, Justine, is a black screen white
story.
Text.
Yeah.
And she couldn't even do that.
I know.
That couldn't. If I was Alandria, that would fuck me up. This was my girl, supposedly.
Girl. Yeah.
I thought we were girls. I'm not even worth enough for her to put up a text. I don't get all this hate.
Yeah. No.
sick, man. That's
Yeah.
sick. All
It's
because she
like-
didn't want to lose followers.
It's like when we talked about Janae and Kenny, and we talked
Mhm.
about the racist people that we've encountered at work,
Mm-hmm.
who
Mm-hmm.
will still hang out with you all day, every day.
Mhm.
We'll go to your nephew's christening. We'll go to this, that, and the third, and
Mhm.
we'll be racist at the end of the day, voting for Trump, and we'll be flat out we'll hate your entire existence.
Mm.
That's what these girls are going through on Love Fucking Island.
Islands. Terrible. And so, yeah, Shelly and Alandria say this is specifically why we unfollowed her.
Yeah.
This
is why unfollowing her is such a big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This specifically, because 1 minute she's saying, "Oh, I want you to meet my daughter. We're best friends," and then the switch up outside the villa was crazy. I can't have someone like this in my life. I don't even want to follow her.
And I want everybody to know, because I know you guys are looking nonstop. I already know.
Nonstop. Yep.
Last night at 11:03 that Nick unfollowed Huda.
I know that too. Oh my God.
Oh man.
So yeah, horrible Huda. You just
Oh my God.
What brand wants to touch this brand right now? She's a brand. Why would I touch this brand?
I don't know what Huda Beauty specifically is gonna do.
Yeah.
Because they did that whole TikTok with her, and they got the same name,
Mm-hmm.
and the whole thing. And I just don't know if anyone was in talks to do something with her. What those they're just gonna stop responding? They might just stop responding. Because at the end of the day, you a brand, but you also an influencer. And there's you a dime a dozen. We'll just move on to Amaya, Alandria, Shelly. I don't care.
Find somebody else. I'm so curious to see.
Me too.
What becomes of this girl? Because I mean, why would I want to associate with this?
Yes, right.
For what?
I don't know. Unless
I don't even want to get at her audience. That audience
doesn't have the buying power that I would need to pay her.
Right?
She has 5.6 million followers. That costs a lot of money.
Right.
I don't think I'm going to get my return on investment from racist 12-year-olds.
Right. And the PR backlash that's going to happen to my company because I associated with her.
Right. Similar to like Matt Rife going to ELF, right? That we talked about recently,
yes.
right?
Yeah.
Similar to that, but it's not going to even do what that did. I don't think, because Matt Rife is a comedian, so he has like another job. Sydney Sweeney is an actor, right? So she has another job. This person, their job is to influence.
Yeah.
And I don't know if she actually influences anything besides like toxic behavior.
Right. Bizarre. Horrible performance. Horrible.
Terrible.
The fact that she just came with all this and I felt this and didn't just like sit down and own it.
Right.
I'm sorry. Right. I did promise I was going to do the post and I didn't. I was overwhelmed. I have no excuse. Actually, I should have done it.
And this is the second biggest platform, right? This reunion. I want to address it here today.
Boom.
Right.
Yeah.
To all my fans, please don't X, Y, and Z. I do not condone X, Y. But she never said that because she doesn't want to lose them.
No.
But as we're saying, to what, bitch? Huh? To what advertising money?
Right. I haven't seen her do a thing.
I don't watch, so I don't know. Y'all let us know.
Let us know with the little I'm looking. Like I haven't seen Huda anywhere, so
I see her out with that Louis.
I see them up and about.
Yeah,
but that doesn't equal money. I don't think.
No, there's no way. Well, maybe club appearances. Oh my God. She could go way back.
5.8 million followers,
girl.
And I'm going to live in Miami.
You going up
and
and down.
My check there.
Yep,
girl.
Yep. There we go.
That's so crazy. So then we get into the heart rate challenge, and your face.
This is so bad. First of all, this was so bad. And as everyone knows who was on Alandria and Nick's live, we know that Alandria's heart rate with Nick was cut out of the footage.
Alandria going on Nick?
Yeah.
Oh,
We never saw that.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, right? Because we never saw it. And they're like, did you skip it? And she was like, of course I didn't skip Nick. And Nick was like, I need to see, like,
we need to see it.
At minimum.
You're right.
I need to see what you did in public.
Yes, at minimum. Right. God. Peacock was playing with us, though.
They really were. The production really did not look. They did the like good, but they didn't do as good as I really needed them to.
Right.
I didn't need Jaden and Austin. I need more Nicolandria. What are you talking about?
Period.
Jesus Christ. Anyway, so back to these people.
So anyways, they play this extended clip. Some new things we saw. We saw Huda lick Ace's dick
from
through
the rooter to the tutor. I was like, oh, not you starting at the gooch, girl. No.
That we hadn't seen. And that was before they got brought over to the heart. That was just them sitting in the little fire pit.
In the circle.
And full lick of his dick over his pants. Then we saw what we've seen before with her kind of like riding on his dick, which when you really that shit was actually that enough. Like we didn't even need extra. The moaning and her they were having sex. They were fully having sex through the clothes, but like fully just having sex up there.
And I didn't realize also in that moment, because I was just so swept up, how fucking ugly Shelly's outfit was.
It was like some purple
bunny plastic stupidness. And I was like, I haven't even seen that at a sex store. Like, what are you even? Like, this is terrible.
Oh god. So we saw her riding the dick already, so that's whatever. But then we see clearly Chris and Shelly finish.
Done.
They head back to the fire pit. Huda turns around on Ace and continue to ride on his chest. Ass bouncing, clapping. Ace was kind of pulling her closer as well.
Sniffing on that. Yep. Sniffing on that gooch. Yeah, he was.
Yep.
Yes, he was.
And it was a lot. It was a lot.
That was.
It was particularly a lot because Shelly was seated.
Right.
That's what made it even more crazy. Shelly and Chris were done. They were sitting down back at the fire pit.
And Shelly had Chris as a former connection too, right? So she could have gone in if she really wanted to, like, you know what I mean? If she wanted to rival and do the whole thing, she could have done it, and she didn't. And Huda, why did you do that? And Ace, what the fuck? What on earth is this?
What the hell is this? He got off honestly scot-free with this.
The
focus has very much been on Huda.
On Huda, I needed more airtime about them questioning him because I know he didn't get off. Like,
yes,
I don't know, but he sat there and like, come on.
They need to question Ace, and I wanted to hear from Shelly because she'd been on my shit list from the minute she said, "This is not about you, Ace. I'm not mad at you. I'm mad at Huda."
Oh, right.
I don't understand that. You have to be mad at both of them equally.
You have to.
If anything, he also massively disrespected you.
He did. But Huda, we have to start with you because you were crazy in the first 2 weeks of this game.
Oh, absolutely. She gonna get hers.
Yeah.
But Ace never got his.
I know.
He never got his.
Never. Not even in this reunion. And I really wanted to see that as well.
Yeah. Especially we see him kind of like pulling her back. Pulling Huda back towards his face. Like,
girl, the way I was watching that, I was like, oh, I know I'm old.
Why?
Because I was sitting there like this.
Eyes wide open.
I was like, oh my God, I can't believe it. These
children. Was like children. Somebody said on the couch, it's like softcore porn. It was literally like softcore porn. They were just going at it.
In a way that I was like, no.
Yes. They were doing that. Yes. In public. Yes.
God damn it.
So Huda apologizes. She admits she took it too far.
Right.
Shelly says, really, it was just the fact that we were like girls and this whole sisterhood thing. And it was just too much. It's just, you can say it's a challenge. You could say this and that and everybody have consent or whatever the fuck we're trying to deflect to.
Whatever kind of orgy situation they were trying to make this into.
This consent issue now. Ain't nothing to do with consent, bitch. You supposed to be my friend. Why are you bouncing your ass on his face? Like, why are you doing that? That's a lot.
And these are challenges, but you don't win nothing.
We don't win a thing.
So I still don't understand what the point is about going in on these challenges when you don't win anything.
You really don't.
Oh my God.
And then Andy flat out asks her if Shelly had done the same routine on Jeremiah, how would you react? And of course, she just deflected and didn't even answer the question.
Talking about Chris. Talking about Chris.
Something about Chris and Chris this and whatever though.
We didn't ask you about Chris.
No, we did not. So that was the heart rate challenge. The biggest shock for me was the fact that, because I knew she bounced on that ass or bounced on his face. Like I knew it was going to be something.
Yes.
Seeing Shelly and Chris like seated, like they were literally back in the fire pit, and she was still up there doing her performance.
Which means that Huda was facing them.
Yeah. Yep. Putting on the show.
Oh.
To win this challenge to the death, this challenge with no prize, just to win it for no good reason. Like, that was what was shocking to me. That was nuts.
That was crazy. But also, I maintain that we all won when we saw her get broken up with while Moon River was playing.
And walking barefoot in the water back.
And walking barefoot in the water. I still maintain that, like, having her there for that long was worth it. Anyways.
Anyways. So yeah, they kind of just end with the whole clearing up the Sierra screaming in the background of Alandra's confessional thing.
That was funny. Yeah.
That was funny. We really on the internet be just making shit.
No, some lady who was like a sound engineer was like, I'm going to slow this down and isolate it.
Isolate it and blow it up. And she's like, it sounds like she's saying da-da-da-da-da, or it could be da-da-da-da. It was not even Sierra. Like, the girl's dancing in the shower, singing in the shower, some shit. And that was that. Friend, that was the episode. That was the reunion.
That was really quite something. I was in it for most of those 2 hours.
I really was. It was long, a lot of extra bodies, extra people, whatever, but they got right into it.
They did.
They got right into it.
Yeah. I love that Huda like really got hers at this reunion in just a room full of adults when she's been in the internet with children for the past month and a half.
Yes. Oh my God.
I hate how much Amaya lost.
Yeah.
During this reunion. You know what I'm saying?
You're right. Huda, we expected Amaya, the switch up for all of us on Amaya now.
We gotta talk about it. Like, do we? We're not.
I don't know what Amaya's doing. I don't understand what she's doing. Right? In every single element. I don't know how she couldn't just obviously see in the moment that just sitting quiet.
Yeah.
If you're not going to be barking up for Shelly and Nicolandria,
right.
Just sit quiet.
Right.
Because Huda right now looks terrible.
Yeah.
And if you read the hosts, Ariana and Andy are making sure this one in particular, this girl right here,
yes,
we're holding her accountable. For a list of things.
Right.
How Amaya didn't see that and just thought, you know what, let me just be quiet.
Yeah.
Because she really lost us when she piped up in certain moments in defense of Huda. That was fucking unnecessary, and now we're kind of like over you.
Yeah, I'm really side-eyeing you.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't really know what she's I don't know what Amaya's like. What she's like trying to do.
I don't know.
I don't think she knows.
Aligned with this person. I don't think she knows either. And
I don't get it.
She's too lovable, so I'm sure she'll be fine. I'm sure all her beauty campaigns will be fine, and it'll be great.
Yeah. Sound off in the comments, guys.
We had a lot of call outs.
That
we think we are too old to understand. I'm pretty sure we do understand. And we'll see what these comments say.
We'll see. Yes. That's it for Love Island USA season 7.
Holy shit. Yeah.
Sure, we'll be back with little updates and things here and there, but we have sufficiently closed the chapter of this season. And we'll be back tomorrow with Love is Blind UK episodes 9 and 10 recaps. See you guys then.
Bye.
Bye.